What up, gang? Y'all already know what it is, man. We True Grit Boxing News back in here with another video, man. Support the grind, support the grind. Smash that like button. Subscribe to your boy if you haven't already. Turn your notification bell to all so that every time I drop, you will be the first to know. And here at True Grit Boxing News, we are not boxer fans. We are boxing fans. What up, gang? How y'all feeling tonight, man? We had a tremendous night of boxing tonight, didn't we? Hey, round of applause, man. Round of applause for the night of boxing that we had this evening on on ESPN. July the 6th, hey, with Shakur Stevenson headlining the card as the main event. So I'm going to go from start to finish, man. Night Davis. Keyshawn Davis's brother did not disappoint. On the prelim card, he came out and did everything he was supposed to do. Got a victory. You know, was putting hands on his opponent, Kevin Johnson. And the fight was actually a very good fight. If you missed that fight, that's definitely one that you should go back and see. Night definitely put on a very good performance, man. That was a very good fight. Hey, Kevin Johnson was definitely trying his best to pull out a dub. You feel me? So the next notable fight that was on the prelims was Abdullah Mason. Guys, if y'all saw Abdullah get down, hey, tell me that you agree. Abdullah Mason is the real deal, man. Abdullah Mason will be champion. Abdullah Mason will reign. Abdullah Mason is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. And as I spoke on last time, I made a look. I'm going to do a video, guys, so y'all be on the lookout, man. For some of y'all that may not follow a lot of the upcoming fighters, you know, my ears stay real close in these boxing streets. I'm a real boxing fan. I am a real boxing journalist. And I really follow the sport to the T. Go to fights, the whole nine. And you will be getting a lot of that on True Grit Boxing News as we progress. You know, y'all help me grow, then I can bring y'all more. So don't be scared. Subscribe and hit the like button. Abdullah Mason, though, is a dog. A dog. You know, his fight only went 3 rounds. He got LeBron on up out of there. Hey, caught him with a left, had him leaking all over the place. He put LeBron down. Hey, Abdullah Mason, man, put on a phenomenal performance. I do believe Abdullah Mason is 14-0 with 12 KOs. Hey, Abdullah Mason, definitely an offensive-minded and sounded fighter. Long reach, tall. Like, Abdullah Mason going to be a problem, man. Like, out of the bunch, that's why I stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned when I drop my video about the best up-and-coming fighters in the sport. Stay tuned because I'm going to talk about them all. All of the young guys that are on the rise that need some shine, that need us to talk about them. Hey, and Abdullah Mason, definitely one of them, man. He a beast. He is a beast. Moving along, man, Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis and his fight with Miguel Madueno. Hey, didn't that fight get chippy, guys? Hey, Keyshawn was going to slam Madueno. He was going to slam Miguel. Then later on in the fight, hey, he picked Keyshawn completely off his feet and act like he was finna slam him. Like, that fight got real chippy out of frustration, guys. It was frustration, right? I feel like Keyshawn may have got a little frustrated early in that fight with the fact that, man, Keyshawn was hitting that boy with everything in the kitchen sink. You know what I'm saying? And Miguel just kept coming. So Keyshawn tried to play a mind game. He tried to let him know, like, boy, I'm in here and I'm stronger than you. Like, I'll slam your ass type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was more of a mind game when Keyshawn did it to Miguel. He's trying to let him know, like, it don't matter. You can keep coming, but I'm here and I'm stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to play a mind game. Later on in the fight, Miguel's frustration. Now, the frustration on Miguel's part, I think, was the fact that he couldn't necessarily penetrate Keyshawn. And Keyshawn did get on that bicycle a little bit. He was getting out of the way of them punches. He was a lot more defensive sounded than I gave him credit for in my breakdown on the fight. You know, Keyshawn showed me tonight that he has the ability also to be on defense and move and counter you, box off the ropes. Did y'all see my man catching them punches on the rope? Boom, boom, and then boom, catching them, come up, boom, catch something else, boom, boom. Hey, Keyshawn Keyshawn a dog, man. Keyshawn a dog. No knockdowns in the fight. No knockout during the fight, but Keyshawn hit that man with everything he had, with the kitchen sink too, couple Douce bottles. Hey, Keyshawn hit him with everything, didn't he? And Miguel just was not going anywhere. Miguel wasn't going anywhere. He stayed with his foot on the gas, pedal to the metal, kept coming forward like a true Mexican warrior, and that's what they do. That's what a lot of Mexican fighters do. You know what I'm saying? They keep coming forward all night long, and Keyshawn, he won virtually every round. He was sticking them, he was hitting them, he was pop shotting them, he was defensive sounded, he controlled the fight. Like, Keyshawn did exactly what he needed to do to get the dub. Very well deserved, and Keyshawn did his thing tonight, man. Hands down. Kudos to Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn, you did your thing, boy. You did your thing, boy. I see you. Moving right along, man, to the co-main event. Now, this was just a disappointing display of judging. Once again, man, I don't know what we need to do in the sport of boxing, but this is just crazy, right? Oshaquie Foster, the Shock Foster, Ice Water Foster against Robson Conceição, man. Robson Conceição couldn't throw the basketball off the side of a barn. Could not hit Oshaquie Foster with anything. Oshaquie was catching his punches, rolling his punches, smiling at him, like catching everything, like catching that, catching this, catching that shit to the body, catching that, and countering. Like, I don't know what fight the judges saw, because Oshaquie Foster lost his WBC junior lightweight title tonight via robbery, via complete robbery, man. And I might have to do just a whole separate video on Oshaquie Foster himself, because he deserves it. Like, this is just crazy. Like, Oshaquie was very defensive. Now, I'm not going to lie, there were times where I was like, okay, Shock, you probably need to pick it up. You probably need to pick your offensive output up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a misnomer in boxing where people just give fighters credit just for coming forward. Right? And I got a lot of videos coming y'all way, man, because a lot of people really don't understand how you're supposed to score boxing. Just because a fighter is coming forward and being aggressive, that does not mean that his aggression is effective. You feel me? Effective aggression means I'm coming forward and I'm able to land punches. If you are coming forward and you just throwing and missing, your aggression is ineffective. You cannot give him praise for coming forward. Wow. And on the other end, the other boxer, while you coming forward and throwing, I'm blocking that shit. I'm getting that shit out of here. I'm catching your jab. Man, get that shit up out of here. I'm catching. But then I'm countering you. So y'all want to give more credit to the fighter that's coming forward via the fighter that's being defensive and is in control. Because Oshaquie was in control the whole time. If Oshaquie wanted to pick it up, he could have. If Oshaquie wanted to fight in the posture that he was in, he could have. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that the judges saw this fight, split decision, when Robson Conceição really didn't do anything to win. That boy was slapping with... Dog, boxers just don't... He's slapping with the right hand. Like, boy, you better turn that motherfucker over. You better turn it. He's slapping with the right hand. He's slapping with his hook. Like, my boy was just throwing a lot of slapping punches, and I've never saw Robson Conceição this sloppy. I knew that he had that in his repertoire, but that what I saw tonight, and it could have been just out of frustration, to the point that he just was trying to throw and hit him with anything because he couldn't hit him with anything. Crazy. So Oshaquie Shock Foster loses his WBC title via robbery to Robson Conceição. That was just distasteful. That should not have happened. But guys, if you watched my breakdown, I told y'all, if there was going to be an upset, so if anybody bet on Robson Conceição and won some money tonight, hey, shoot your boy some bread. Give me a little, because I said it. I said, if there was going to be an upset on this card, that was the fight that the upset could possibly take place. Now, I didn't believe it was going to take place like this in a manner of a robbery. I thought Conceição was going to bring a better type of fight. You know what I'm saying? To actually possibly upset Shaq. Although I felt like Shaq was going to win. But if there was going to be an upset, I felt like that was the only fight on the card that it could have possibly took place. And look what happened. Rob Sikasasiao is now the WBC junior lightweight champion. Hey, they got to run that back. They got to run that back. Just like Shaq said, and Shaq was hurt, man. Shaq was very hurt. Very hurt. You know what I'm saying? To tears and all. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel him on that because, you know, fighters put they all into this game, all into this sport. He trained hard. He came in the ring. And he beat that man. Like, he beat that man. But to them judges, he didn't. And that's just crazy. How does a fighter that can't land a punch on you beat you? Makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So we witnessed a robbery 100% in the co-main event. Now let's get on to the main event. Shakur Stevenson versus Artem. Can't pronounce his last name. That's why I ain't said it. Sorry, guys. I ain't even gonna try. I was finna try it, but I'm gonna butcher it, so I ain't even gonna do it. Shakur Stevenson put on a good boxing clinic. Once again, we're gonna break this down almost round by round, right? Because I know a lot of people love to say Shakur's fights are boring. Shakur's a runner. Once again, Shakur displayed he does not run. He is in the pocket, but he is defensively sound. Round 1, round 2, Shakur was fighting on the back foot a lot. He was taking steps back, measuring. When he would come in, he would block, but still in the pocket, like not circling, not getting out of there. He's still in the pocket, just taking that step back out of range, come back, take that step back out of range, throw his shit, take that step, you know, dip, roll that shit, dip, you know, that type of style. That's Shakur all day. Like he's here with it. He's here with it almost in the shell or the Floyd Mayweather defense. You know, he catch you, yes, you know, pull on you, but he got to pull it in, mom. You feel me? He got to throw them counters. Third round on, Shakur started boxing on the front foot, right? Shakur started coming forward. Shakur started pressing the jab, going to that body. Hey, he was digging to my man's body. And why was Artem trying to complain of low blows? Every time Shakur would stick the left to his body, he would act like he hit him low. Man, stop it. He was hitting you right in that gut, and Artem just didn't like it. And if you saw the lead up in the build up, Shakur said, I hope you was doing your sit-ups, letting them know. That's why I'm targeting. So Shakur must have seen he don't like shots there because he complained about the shots there all night long. You know, I honestly thought that Shakur was going to at least drop him with a body shot because Artem was very, very, very bothered by the body work of Shakur. Even the stick, when he was sticking with the straight right hand to the body, Artem felt it. So Shakur was on the front foot. Excuse me, guys. Shakur was on the front foot a lot of that fight. You know, and just doing what he needed to do. Keeping the stick out there. Staying very defensive minded. Once again, a fight where defense is scored in boxing. I'm going to do another video where I'm going to explain to you guys the 4 elements that judges score fighters on, and defense is one of them. Defense is important. So everybody that want to act like a fighter that's in there that doesn't get hit is boring, bruh. Defense is a part of this. I mean, when you play basketball, you play defense, right? When you play football, you play defense, right? I mean, in any sport you can name, defense is important. It's just as important in boxing as it is in every other sport. So Shakur definitely was very defensive minded, as he always is. He is the best defensive fighter in the sport. Shakur was not able to get the stoppage victory, although he did get the unanimous decision, winning virtually every round, virtually easily. Artem could not touch him, you know, and Shakur was Shakur actually went for the knockout, guys. He went for it. Shakur did press the fight. Shakur did try to walk that man down. Shakur did try to get it. But it's hard to knock out a fighter that doesn't want to be knocked out, that is going to run. Because if y'all saw the same fight I saw Artem circling the ring. I saw Artem get on his running shoes. I saw Artem trying to get out of there. You know, Artem wasn't just standing in the pocket with Shakur, right? But in all honesty, looking at this fight, I would have to give Shakur, like I expected I expected a much better, more dominating performance, although Shakur won the fight hands down. So grade-wise, I would have to give Shakur like C+, maybe B- performance. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why. First reason, I'm going to have to quote Gervonta Tank Davis. This is one thing that Gervonta Tank Davis said about Shakur that I can agree with because now I've seen it. Tank said that Shakur throw the same punches. He throw the same shit. He don't really mix it up and let his hands go. And I saw that tonight, guys. I saw that. I want to see some uppercuts. I want to see some punches and bunches, and Shakur really don't let his hands go like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Shakur is a defensively sound, defensively minded fighter first. So if Shakur would have took just a little bit more risk, just a little bit more, he possibly could have got Artem out of there. Because he had opportunities where he did hurt Artem. He had opportunities where he got close to Artem. If you notice, Artem barely was on them ropes. He didn't allow himself to be cornered, and he didn't allow himself to lay on the ropes. So it's kind of hard to get a fighter out of there that it really doesn't give you those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur could have made those opportunities for himself. Just honest critique of a great, one of the best fighters in the sport. Shakur, I think, needs to also work on being a little bit more offensive minded, adding some more punches to his repertoire. He shoots straight very well. He shoots his hooks very well, but the uppercuts and then, shooting into the body and then putting it all together, throwing 4, 5, 6 punches at once, at least 4 or maybe at least 3. We mainly see Shakur 1, maybe 2, sometimes 3. Because in the past, like Jamal Herring, Oscar Valdez, he definitely put more punches together than he displayed tonight. But once again, he had fighters that were willing to be there for him to do so. So Shakur definitely put on a very, very, very good performance. B-, C+. He could have got the knockout stoppage, although he didn't need to. All Shakur has to do is win and be him. And Shakur is already tough to beat. He's already one of the best fighters in the sport. So all he needs to do is just continue doing what he's doing. Point blank, period. And Shakur is definitely one of them dudes. Like, he one of them ones. Hands down. Hands down. So, definitely touched on that. And, boxing is in great hands when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. Definitely one of the best fighters. Definitely going to be in the game a long time and hold it down. He was able to get the dub tonight. We're going to see what comes next with Shakur. For sure. For sure. For sure. Nia, go back. So, we definitely going to see what's coming with Shakur and what's going to be next. Shakur is definitely one of the best fighters in the sport. And he's going to continue to prove that, and if Tank is so confident, he needs to just get in the ring with him. If any of these other fighters are so confident that they can beat him, they just need to get in the ring with him. Point blank, period. That's all that needs to happen. But Shakur did what he was supposed to do. He got the victory. He's still the champion. He is still a free agent. We got to see who he's going to sign with, what his next move is going to be, and who his next opponent is going to be. I definitely want to see Shakur again this year. He needs another fight this year, guys. He needs another fight. It's July. We need to see Shakur again at least by November. At least by November. If it's not going to be Tank, it needs to be somebody else that's going to give him, a fight. Point blank, period. Shakur did come out and say that one thing he feels he needs to work on is cutting the ring off more, and I agree. Because if he was able to cut the ring off more and then let those punches go, he could have got Artem out of there. Artem was definitely ready to go. There were spots in the fight that Shakur could have capitalized and got him on up out of there. But Shakur is a defensive-minded fighter first. There's nothing wrong with being defensive-minded first. We got a good night of boxing. Very, very, very good night of boxing, and Shakur did what he was supposed to do. He did definitely what he was supposed to do, so boxing wins tonight, except for the Oshaquie Foster decision. That was just garbage, and that was just a complete robbery, so they definitely need to run it back. So this is True Grit Boxing News, bringing y'all the real, bringing it to you live, uncut. Hey, I appreciate all of y'all who come tune in with me. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell to all so that every time I drop, you will be the first to know. And here at True Grit Boxing News, we are not boxer fans. We are boxing fans. Peace.